Welcome back to Wittenberg Academy's Latin 2 course. Lesson 51, the conjugations, principal parts, and the present system. There are 4 conjugations, or ways of inflecting verbs, and all regular verbs follow one of these. They are distinguished from each other by the character of the stem or by the endings of the infinitive. So if you studied Latin or French, or Italian or Portuguese, or Romance, you already know these as your IR verbs, your ER verbs, your AR verbs. Those all come from Latin, and there are 4 ways of declining the verbs in Latin, or excuse me, conjugating the verbs in Latin. So we've been mainly working with the first conjugation, like laudo, and laudare is in the infinitive. Monao, the infinitive is monera. Rego is regera, and audio, the infinitive is audire. Remember, the infinitive is, to praise, to warn, to lead or guide or rule, and to hear, audire. Principal parts. In conjugating a verb, it is necessary to know its principal parts, or the forms which show the 3 stems of the verb. So in English, your principal parts are, I learn, the present tense, I learned, the past, and I have learned, the past participle. So learn, learned, learned. That's a regular verb. What's an irregular verb in English? Eat. I eat, I ate, I have eaten. So eat, ate, eaten. Those are the principal parts of the verb to eat. All right. So the principal parts in Latin are the present indicative, so laudo, the present infinitive, laudare, the perfect indicative, laudavi, and the perfect participle, laudatum, or laudatus, to put it in the masculine. Now, obviously, we haven't done anything with participles yet. We haven't done much with infinitives. Haven't even done that much with the perfect. So he's just introducing stuff, or he's going to build on it. So don't worry too much about the concepts now. We're just introducing them. The present system. On the present stem, the following tenses are formed: the present, the imperfect, and the future indicative, active and passive. Present and imperfect subjunctive, active and passive. Present and future imperative, active and passive. Present infinitive, active and passive. Present participle, gerundive, and gerund. Oh my. Again, don't worry about it. Don't learn that list now. Because as we learn each one of those things, the first thing we'll learn about that is, you start with the present stem. So when we get to a gerundive, we'll say, you start with the present stem, and then you add this set of endings. So this is just an introduction. Examples for practice. Give the principal parts of the following verbs, all of which are regular, like laudo. So the first principal part is the present indicative active, first person singular, amo. Here, I love, amo. Then the infinitive, and if you know it's like laudo, then you know amo's infinitive is amare, A-M-A-R-E, amare. You know it's perfect first person singular indicative active is that stem ama plus that V for the perfect, and then the perfect ending, E istiat imus istis erant. So amawi. And then what we're learning today, the participle is amatus, A-M-A-T-U-S, amatus, amatus, A-M-A-T-U-S. So canto, I sing, and I'll just say all the principal parts of all of these. Canto, cantare, cantavi, cantatus. Conloco, conlocare, conlocavi, conlocatus. Dono, donare, donavi, donatus. Fugo, fugare, fugavi, fugatus. Judico, judicare, judicavi, judicatus. laboro, laborare, laboravi, laboratus. Muto, mutare, mutavi, mutatus. Paro, parare, paravi, paratus. Porto, portare, portavi, portatus. Specto, spectare, spectavi, spectatus. You get the idea. So you can practice that until you get it down. Vulnero is I wound. Gravis, heavy or severe. Sumus is an adjective for highest or the topmost. Mane means early. Hodie mane means this morning. Few short sentences. Kaiser copias in sumo monte conlocavit. The verb is conlocavit. New word today, a station or place something. Parse it. Perfect tense, indicative active, third person singular. That's a great, that's something that might show up on a quiz or a test sometime. Parse the verb, give its tense, mood, voice, person, number. Tense, mood, voice, person, number. Yeah, that's what she wants you to give. So he, she, or it located. Who did that? Kaiser did. That's in the nominative. Kaiser located a host, an abundance, on the highest mountain. 2. Cur milites vulnera gravia non expectabunt. Cur milites vulnera gravia non expectabunt. Well, that is a good question. Expectabunt. What tense is that? That's future tense. Look for. They will look for. Why do soldiers? Why will they not expect? Why will they not look for grievous wounds? Vulnera gravia. Grievous wounds. Yeah, nobody ever thinks it's going to happen to them. Sentence 3. Homines na servos liberabunt. Homines na servos liberabunt. Parse, liberabunt. Future, indicative active, third person plural. Will they free? Will the men free the slaves? And 4. Cur non expectabas magistrum hodiemane. Cur non expectabas magistrum hodiemane. The verb is expectabas. Parse that. Well, it's indicative, it's active, it's second person, and singular. And what's the tense? Imperfect. Why were you not expecting the teacher, Hodiemane, this morning? Very good. That does it for lesson 51. Again, just kind of introducing us to the idea of these principal parts especially. So make sure that you can form all those principal parts. And let's see, in this dictionary, do they list them for us? Sure they do. So let's look at laudo back in the dictionary here. Laudo. And where'd you go, laudo? Oh, there it just gives one. But if you look right across from laudo and see ludo, for I play or I make sport. Ludo, ludera, ludsi, ludsis. So that tells you, if there are any irregular principal parts, they'll be listed in a dictionary like that. In that order always. First person singular, the present, then the infinitive, then the perfect, and then the perfect passive participle. So we'll get a lot more practice with that, rest assured. So study up, and then you'll be ready to proceed.